and this is a retake of yesterday's Facebook Live session with Flopsy the kitten. It didn't quite work out because if you might have seen, the video ended up being all on its side. I'm sorry. Hello, Flopsy. That's a very quick hello from Flopsy. So I've got to put her down. As you can see, she's getting quite a lot bigger now and very, very wriggly. So Flopsy is 8 weeks old now, and she has discovered her tail. So at first this seemed to amuse her for hours. She'd be chasing her tail round and round and round. But what she realised after a while was actually chasing her tail was quite a futile pursuit, and actually quite often left her just feeling a little bit dizzy and disorientated. And it got me thinking that procrastination can be a bit like that. When you're endlessly putting off stuff that needs to be done in order to grow your business or finish your course or whatever it is that you need to do, those tasks don't go away. The things that we're putting off, they don't just suddenly disappear. What happens is that they stay there, and then other things start to come along and accumulate, and suddenly our to-do list is growing bigger and bigger and bigger, and trying to find our way through it just feels like such a futile pursuit, and we can end up feeling like we're just chasing our tail, trying to go off in lots and lots of different directions. So I know what it's like, because when it comes to procrastination, I really was the master at it. So you might have seen a post that I put on earlier, a couple of years ago. I posted on Facebook, hey, you know, I've spent the whole day, it's taken me the whole day, but I finally got my CD collection in alphabetical order. When actually what I should have been doing was working on setting up my coaching business part-time. That never happened, and I was working in a job part-time 4 days a week, and the idea was that I would set up a coaching business in my spare time, but I would always find reasons and excuses not to do that. So the universe gave me a bit of a gift last year, at the end of August, and I suddenly found myself redundant from my job, and I had a choice to make at that point. Do I go back into employment, or do I stop putting off what it is that I really know I am being called to do? So I took the massive step and decision to set up my own coaching and emotional freedom technique service. Having made that decision, I then kept finding excuses why not to start. So for me, the biggest one was my website. Like I say, I was made redundant at the end of August, and I had a look at my website and I was tinkering about with it, and it was like, well, do you know what? Everyone else I know that has a really good website has a picture of themselves up there, and I really need a photograph of myself, and I need professional photographs, but I don't have the money at the moment, so I'll have to wait. And then I went on holiday for a long time. It was 6 weeks. We had a 6-week holiday. When we came back, okay, great. Had a photo session scheduled in. Got the photos done. They were fantastic. I really loved them. I still didn't set up my website. Long story short, I kept putting it off and putting it off, finding reasons and excuses not to get it done, until finally I got to the point where I was sick of hearing my own excuses. And because I am, an emotional freedom technique practitioner myself, I just thought, why don't I just tap on it, find out what's really going on, what this resistance is all about. what I discovered during the tapping session, it was a bit like peeling off of layers of an onion, and the deeper I got, the more I got to the real reason for my procrastinating behaviour. And it wasn't that I wasn't tech savvy or anything. The real reason was that I was scared of putting myself out there. I was scared of being judged, and I was scared of people thinking that I was not good enough. That not good enough core belief that keeps cropping up time and time again. So I did this tapping session, lasted about 45 minutes, an hour, going deeper, clearing it, then putting in some positive affirmations. I then went from that tapping session into my office. I sat down at the computer, and 4 hours later I had my website finished. It was that quick and that powerful. So I'm not quite sure where I'm going with this. Bear with me. Sorry. Just completely lost my train of thought there. So yes, so this tapping session was so incredibly powerful that I was able to then just get on and do my website. And what's been happening quite recently over the last few weeks, last month or so, I keep hearing people talking about procrastination, and it's this word that keeps kind of popping up into my consciousness. I hear it in conversations, I'm reading it on posts. And then I found myself reading this post on one of the business websites that I'm a member of, and someone saying, I'm getting so frustrated with myself, I just keep putting off doing what I know I need to do. And I was reading it and thinking, yeah, God, I used to do that, but it's not a problem for me anymore because, I had that amazing tapping session and it's all gone. Long pause and wait till the penny drops. Then I realise, hello, I can actually set up a program to help people to overcome their procrastination like I have. So that's what I've done. And I am really, really excited to be launching this brand new program. It's called Excuses Be Gone, From Procrastination to Aligned Action. So my invitation is for you to work personally with me over a 4-week period to go really, really deep and overcome the paralysis of procrastination and free up your energy to take aligned action. So what's included, excuse me if my eyes keep dipping down, I want to make sure that I remember everything that's included in the package. So what's included in this package? Weekly one-to-one EFT coaching sessions for 4 weeks. And even though I'm located in London, I do a lot of my work via Skype, so it's not a problem in terms of where you are located in the country or indeed in the world. Also, so as well as the weekly one-to-one sessions, I'll also be providing you with downloadable worksheets, tips, guidance to help you develop new habits. And following each session, I will type up a bespoke guided tapping script for you that you can work on each day in between our sessions. So this will just help you to really embed that new kind of thinking, whatever it was that we covered in that session. And then the other thing that's included is unlimited email contact with me over the 4-week period to really help you stay on track. So we'll cover things like identifying some of the limiting stories that are behind your procrastination. We will look at creating your future vision, what it is that your life would be like if you didn't procrastinate. We'll be releasing some of those limiting stories and blocks from your mind, body and emotions. We'll be stepping into your destiny to take aligned action. and I'll also be sharing with you how to stay on track and really looking at developing and creating new daily habits that are going to support you on your journey. So that's quite a lot, isn't it? But as if that wasn't exciting enough, I am going to include 3 additional bonuses for you. So bonus 1 is going to be an additional motivational booster session 1 month after completing the programme. So the normal value of this would be £175. And the reason that I've added this bonus session in is because I don't know about you, but I find when I take part in a course or go on a workshop or do some kind of training, I leave the session feeling really enthused and do you know what, this is amazing, this is going to change my life, and I'm going to just, you know, create all these amazing new habits and my life's going to be completely different. And then a few weeks down the line, things start slipping and you kind of get back into that old way of being and doing things. So that's why I've included this additional motivation booster session, so we can look at some of the blocks that have arisen for you, we can take stock of where you are, and we can help you to get back on track. So then bonus number 2 is a daily excuses be gone diary. So this is going to be in online version, but you can download it and print it off. And what will be included in this diary is just daily sort of high vibe activities to raise your vibrations and get you kind of feeling motivated to get on with the day. And also a small section to record your daily tasks. Now the reason why it's just a small section is because, contrary to popular belief, procrastination is not about being lazy. Quite often, and what I have found is that people that procrastinate are usually high achievers. High achievers who set themselves really high standards and as a consequence, you know, a huge long to-do list that can never be achieved. What that then happens is that you start falling into this kind of self-perpetuating cycle of, well, I've got this massive long to-do list, I haven't done it today, I'm going to carry it forward to the next day, and then you've got an even longer list, and then those feelings of being useless and not good enough start kicking in, and then you start avoiding doing anything, because what's the point in you even starting when you can't possibly get anything done? You see where I'm going with this? So the idea behind having a small to-do list is that you set yourself achievable targets for each day. One of the things that I use to help me keep it realistic is a good old post-it note. So my to-do list has to fit on this post-it note. What that means is that I then am more likely to be able to tick off all the tasks on my to-do list, which increases my motivation, increases my enthusiasm, and then what I find is that I actually do more than I put on my to-do list, which is a massive change. Another way to use the Excuses Be Gone diary is to have a section where you reflect on all your achievements of that day. So whether you do it at night time or whether you do it first thing in the morning, you're reflecting on the day that's gone, and you are starting to acknowledge and recognise all the achievements that you have done. And what we're doing is we're changing that mindset. So that, along with the tapping, can be really quite powerful in creating new habits. So then we get to the third bonus, and this is a time limited bonus. So in celebration of my upcoming birthday, the final offer is available until the 19th of November. And this bonus is going to be a lifetime access to my yet to be developed Superwoman transformation process. And that's going to be valued round about at the 597 mark. It's going to be an online program. And even if you don't identify yourself as being a superwoman, this is just going to help you to go that much deeper and to develop your own roadmap for emotional freedom and really help you to sustain your journey of well-being. So, big question, what's the investment for all of this package? Let's just think of it like this. What would it be worth to you to have control of your life back again? What would it mean to you to be able to release those blocks that are stopping you from reaching your full potential? So I know when I think about it, took me 6 months to even develop my website, get myself known, put myself out there. That's 6 months of lost income revenue for me. So that's quite significant. So what would it be worth to you to be able to start taking that aligned action towards whatever it is that you've been stuck at for so long? It would be quite life-changing, wouldn't it? And then I want to ask you another question. So what would the cost be to you if you actually did nothing and you just carried on the way that you were? So you might be pleasantly surprised to know that this life-changing investment for the Excuses Be Gone from Procrastination to Aligned Action program and all the bonuses included is yours for just £797 including VAT. So places are strictly limited to 4 people on this program at any one time. That's because this program is so intense that I want to be able to make sure that I have the time and the energy and the headspace to really support you all. So if you're interested and if you feel that this is really resonating with you and your instincts are telling you, you know what, I need to get on and do something about this now, then please don't hesitate, because I've got a feeling that places are going to start going quite soon. And I don't actually know when I'll be able to have the time to free up more spaces on the programme. So if you are interested, then please drop me a message or email me at info@jane-jackson.co.uk and I'll send you all of the information. And then what I'd like us to do is just to arrange to have a call so that we can check that this is really right for you. It's a big investment for you, and I want us to be really comfortable and confident with the fact that we can work together well. Nothing fills me up more than supporting people on their journey to emotional freedom. But I want to make sure that it's the right choice for you and the right decision for you to make. So just pop me a private message or email at info@jane-jackson.co.uk. And just to remind you, Flopsy's message of this week, her words of wisdom from this week: stop chasing your own tail. Take care for now. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.